Sharon, you're very welcome along to the show.
Thanks very much, Keith, for having me.
No problem indeed. Thanks very much for coming in. How's things getting on with yourself?
Great, not about it. Just really, really busy. Just going around doing interviews, radio, writing songs, promo, and loving every second.
Great stuff indeed, yeah. So tell us, how did you actually get involved in music way before Wonderland?
Oh, well, my mum said she used to put on Now 97 or Now 93, and I used to just dance around the sitting room. So I've always loved music, and all through life I just always loved music, wanting to sing, and so it's always kind of just been there. It's in the blood, you know. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. And you actually did Eurostar before you even did joined the band Wonderland. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that was amazing. Like Eurostar was a great platform. It was incredible. I was very lucky to get down to the live shows and get to the semi-finals, and it was all about experience. And I think the thing that's different that I've learned, that when you actually write your own stuff, it's you as an artist and who you actually are. So I think that's the one thing I've learned, if anything, throughout the whole experience. Everything's been an amazing platform, and I've learned so much, but I've now figured out like who I am, and what I want to do is write, which is amazing, you know.
Good stuff indeed. And tell us, where are you actually from?
I'm from Kildare, so I'm a lily white. I live out in the bog, you know, sod and turf and all that sort of jazz. But I know I don't really do that. But so I'm a Kildare woman.
Yeah, they're always very unlucky in the Gaelic, aren't they?
Yeah, we're not very good at the Gaelic, but I think we do well in other areas. We've got Christy Moore and Damien Rice and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're a music county.
Yeah, there's a good few musicians from Kildare, all right.
I hope so.
Indeed, yeah. And did you play music and stuff when you were growing up, or messing in school or anything with music?
Yeah, we always did music in school. Like, I never played an instrument. Like, my family wouldn't have been able to afford to put us all through, like, loads of fancy school and all that. I think it's either in you or it's not. I think music is an amazing thing. Anyone can do it if they love it, and it's a great thing for young people to do if they need hobbies, and like, it's very creative. Writing poetry, I always actually used to write poetry when I was very young. That's how it all kind of started. It was sitting in my bedroom at night, and I'd write millions and millions of poems and keep diaries, and then later on I'd start putting music and melodies to them, and that's how I came about writing.
Very interesting indeed. So tell us, how did you manage to get into a band called Wonderland? How did all that process start up?
Yeah, the auditions were about 3 years ago, maybe longer now at this stage, and there was like 3,500 girls, and we were all queuing up, and I had actually met Louis at a karaoke competition and it was on like Today FM. So he was there, and he's like, I can't let you win this competition, you've got to go forward for my girl band, I'm having auditions, you could be my Nadine Coyle and all this. And I was like, yeah, amazing, thanks Louis. So he gave me his PR's number, and I rang her, and she gave me all the details of the auditions. I went down. I actually didn't even think I'd get in, because I thought, Louis not even going to remember who I am, because he sees so many people every day. But I queued up and I sang a couple of songs, and the audition stages were over like 3 months, and we did dancing and everything. It was an amazing experience. But when we were told we got in, we all just started to cry, because it was like just overwhelmed. I can't believe this. And it was an incredible journey. We had an amazing time, and we sold a lot of albums, so we were successful, but unfortunately we weren't successful enough for the day and age we're living in. I think people are all downloading now and stuff like that, so it's very difficult out there,
That's a fascinating story. It's very hard for judges to remember thousands of singers that walk in the door every day, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I suppose, like, look at the scale of X Factor. They go through audition upon audition before they actually even get to the judges. So I think you just have to stand out in a crowd, and the most important thing is, for me, I'm done like with the whole audition process, and I've done it on. It's an amazing platform for people who want to do it, but for me, I just want to write and just do what I want to do as a singer, and like, just develop, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute. It's an amazing experience.
When you were in the band, did it take an awful long time to actually write and record songs and make the album?
Yeah, it was about 1.5 years. We started, once we got signed in March, it was pretty much like 6 months of hanging around, waiting, not really much happening, and then we went straight into recording, which was amazing. We got to work with a lot of different writers, and there was a lot of experience where we'd go out and stay in like really old creepy houses, and we'd be writing out there. Like, it was amazing. It does take a bit of time, but for me, I have to say, like, I've written about 10 songs in like 2 weeks, so I don't know, everything's different. When you've got 5 people in a room and you're trying to be creative, it's more difficult, whereas I think writing it either comes, it's kind of like, it's a funny thing to describe. It took a long time, but I suppose when you're recording it and all that, yeah, it's a process, definitely.
In the band then itself, then obviously writing different songs and stuff, you don't have a lot of creative control, so was that a difficult thing to manage then?
Yeah, it was. When we used to write with a lot of people, it's very hard, because I like a quite calm environment, and when there's a lot of people around, it's very difficult, because you know, it's 5 different opinions, or it's 7 different opinions, or it could be 10. It just depends how many people you're writing with. But we were lucky enough to be given amazing songs from the label, so we did co-write on 2 of the tracks, not majorly, nothing huge, so a small percentage. So it wasn't. It was always something I wanted to do, but you know, we did actually write one song that went to Sweden, to a Swedish artist, and she changed a couple of lyrics in it, and now she's singing that for her song, but as her song. So yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Interesting enough indeed. And you did put 2 covers on it as well, didn't you? So you put Lady Antebellum and Adele songs on it as well.
The Lady Antebellum song came about from our A&R, he's an amazing music man at the time, Paul, and he heard the song before he had even crossed over to the UK, and he goes, I want you to just cover this song. And we were actually going to release it as a single, but then it changed and we had released a different song. But yeah, it's an amazing song. I love Lady Antebellum.
Yeah. It's probably better to have your own song as a single rather than picking a cover, would you think? I
don't know. Look at Westlife, like they've had millions of like hits with doing covers of other people's songs, so I don't know. It's very hard to say. Me personally, I love to sing my own stuff, but I also love to see artists do covers and see what they interpret, like what they actually hear when they sing them and stuff like that. So look at Ellie Goulding, your song, that's probably one of her biggest songs, and that's not even her song. So I don't know, I don't think you can say that. I think a good song is a good song. So I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, it depends on the vocalist and how it suits them and different things.
Yeah, I know, because she did an amazing cover on that and everyone just seemed to connect to it.
Yeah. And they obviously got to tour then with Westlife and stuff, so that must have been really good then, was it?
Yes, the whole Wonderland experience was amazing. Westlife was incredible. It was great to like tour with them and stuff like that, and we met so many people and musicians, and the Westlife audience is they're amazing, I have to say. They've been incredible to us, and they still support us now online, and so yeah, it was amazing. So it was definitely worth doing.
They won't have you playing any solo gig for the final gig, will they?
I doubt that very much. I'm sure I think they have all their support acts, and yeah, well, I'm starting on my new journey now, so I don't know, we'll see.
It's a big mountain to climb, that, isn't it? All over again, as you were saying. So tell us then, what are the other girls actually doing now?
Lee's doing a bit of modelling with assets, Casey's writing music, Jodie has started her family, and Karina, I think, is going travelling. So everyone's kind of doing something different, but some of us have decided to go away from music completely for now, but I suppose there's no harm, you know what I mean? We did spend 3 years recording and stuff like that, so I just hope they're all happy, and that that's the most important thing.
And to be in regular touch with them, right?
Yeah, like me and Casey and Lee would see a lot of each other, more so than Jodie and Karina. We just kind of like have all kind of just done our own thing now, but I see the girls and we go out for coffee and drinks, and me and Lee actually kind of wrote a song there last week, so I was trying to get her in studio now soon, and we do a little me and Lee go out, take the world on, you know, together.
Well, there you go, there's another single you could put out anyway.
Exactly,
yeah. So that's an interesting mix now that you have in that. So tell us, the band split up then in the later part of 2011.
Yes.
So tell us what exactly happened.
The band, well, September I think it was, we had kind of known it was coming for a while. You can just feel it in the air. We had a buzz when we were starting to take off, and then when things don't go well, when you don't sell enough records, when you're not charting high enough, and when people aren't wanting you and you're not in demand, that's when you slowly feel it, because the diary starts to slowly empty out. And you know, it was amazing. I do think like if Wonderland maybe had a little bit more of a push, if we were kept on for another couple of months, I think we would have got another song and probably done really, really well. Like, we were looking for that big hit. But unfortunately, labels will not keep bands on unless they're selling. So we were kind of a slow burn, but we weren't quick enough, though, for the labels. So, you know, unfortunately we got dropped, and as any band, when they get dropped in between relationships, like, and stuff like that, it puts a lot of pressure on individuals, because we were like a family. And you know, when sad things happen in a family, or if something goes wrong, you take it out on the closest person to you, as you do. And that's what happened with Wonderland. So it was very strenuous on us all, but you know, over time I'm sure all the bridges will be built again, and things will be fine.
So you're probably going through a relief process now, are you?
Yeah, it is like that. It's like something died within you, but also it gives you great, like when I look back now on the Wonderland journey, I look on the videos or any of the songs, I'm so proud of it. Like, it's, you know, just because we got dropped doesn't mean it wasn't a success. Like, look at all the people I've met, look at all, like, the girls I've met and friendships I've made out of it, and the amount of fans we have and the support we have is just incredible. So I just look at the positive on everything now. I don't really highlight any negatives. I just kind of go, I was amazing to do it, I'm so grateful, and this is not the end, it's only the beginning of another journey.
And like, you got to perform many gigs around the place, Ireland, and in the UK and so on, and you did sell many records, even though it wasn't quite enough. So there is a sense of achievement there, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. Like, at the end of the day, we were only out for 3 months in the public eye, so to sell 70,000 albums within 3 months, I think, is a massive success. You know, unfortunately we were signed for like a lot longer, so I think that's didn't help the fact that we got dropped. If we wanted to be picked up and re-signed, we would have been able to do it as Wonderland, but everyone, we'd kind of lost like 3 years we'd given it. We kind of all wanted to go our own way then, and we kind of thought, look, we've given it 3 years and it didn't have the success that we wanted it to, so we all, and then Jodie was starting a family and everyone was kind of just busy, so we kind of just said, look, I like, me personally, I didn't want to go back to Wonderland, I wanted to continue on a different journey, so that's what happened, you know. Yeah.
And can you tell us what Louis Walsh and Cian Egan did in terms of management for you guys?
They did loads of different things. Like, Cian was a very day-to-day, we'd see him quite a lot, so he was quite hands-on, and Louis would do a lot. Like, Louis is the one that kind of signed all the deals, you know, because he's such a big name to have attached to anything, you know, so it was amazing to have them as managers, and we were very lucky. So yeah, it was devastating for them as well, because they poured their heart and soul into it for 3 years, just as much as we did. So yeah, it was difficult, you know.
Do you feel you've learned a lot since being in the band, and obviously you're going to take that into your new journey now, so can you tell us some things that you've learned that you didn't know before?
What I've learned so much about the business, in the sense of like music and how it's changed so much, and like how, like, all the downloading, everything. I've learned so much, and that's all business stuff. That's boring, I won't even bore you all with that, but I've learned a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's very hard to kind of say what I've learned, but like, it's just all amazing experiences, and how much I love writing, and how much I love touring, how much I love traveling around and doing music, and I can't really imagine myself doing anything else, and just, that's it really. It's just a dream, living the dream.
Indeed it was. So tell us now, you've only been playing guitar 3 months, so how are you getting on with that?
Yeah, I'm getting on alright. Like, the F chord's a bit of a bugger, but I'm getting on okay, you know. I'm just keep my head down and keep working hard at it, and hopefully someday I'll be a pro, you know. If I can get 4 chords, I'm happy. I know, it's going well. It's going well. Are
you self-teaching yourself the guitar?
Yes, self-teaching. Yeah. Actually, my uncle gave me a couple of lessons, and which was amazing, because I was taking it, when I was looking at him, I didn't realise how, like, quick I pick it up, because you know, when you get older you think it's harder to learn things, but I actually enjoy the guitar. I love seeing myself progress, and like being able to actually write a song, and the amount of songs I've wrote already just from learning the guitar is incredible. So I definitely advise anyone who loves music or writing, pick up a guitar and definitely learn an instrument. It's incredible.
One of the tricky things with the guitar is your fingers are quite sore for a while, isn't that right?
Yeah,
yours are quite sore as well.
Yeah, they're still sore now. They still get sore, and they actually kind of harden over, and you get lines in them. It's kind of gross looking, but it does the job. When you're the harder they are, the less you kind of feel on the strings. But yeah, they go hard and then they soften up, and it's kind of like you're constantly going around in circles. I'm not there yet. They're not numb yet. They're starting to go numb, but eventually apparently the tops of your fingers all go numb.
Okay. Is there any special? I think there's special cream or something you could get for
To
your.
numbing them.
So no, yeah, or something. I
Oh
don't.
yeah, maybe that nail biting cream. Is that the one you're?
Yeah.
Lovely. No. Oh no, that's not it. That puts a funny taste in your mouth. Yeah, no. I'll just keep going on the way I am, just in case.
Yeah.
But thanks for your advice.
Okay. You played some busking gigs in town before the Christmas. How did you get on with that?
Yeah, I went out busking on Grafton Street hoping to make a fortune. And I know, it wasn't really about the money, you know. It was just like, I love music, and I would pick the one day it started to snow, and you know, we were standing on and I was freezing. I couldn't even move my fingers. I had layers of clothes on me, and I had a hat on, and I was like trying to move my fingers to even play the little chords that I can play, but it was a disaster. But I have to say, I enjoyed every single second of it. I haven't gone back yet, but I definitely will when it's warmer.
Yeah, do.
The summer, maybe.
Yeah, or even March or April.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, the only reason I went out was because Ryan Sheridan actually got spotted on Grafton Street busking, which I thought, I've never done that before, and since I'm learning the guitar, it would look pretty good, I think. But I think we sang the same 10 songs about 50 million times, and then people kept coming up going, "Are you that girl from Wonderland?" And I was like, oh no, that's not me, that's my sister. I know. But it was good fun, I have to say. I really enjoyed it.
So do you get noticed quite a lot since you were in that band now?
Yeah, well, see, when the band was finished, I went a bit mad. I bleached the head off myself, and I went peroxide blonde, and I was like, that's it now, taking my whole life out on my hair. And so for a while people didn't really, and as soon as I went back to the brunette, then they were all like, oh yeah, they kind of recognising it. But yeah, you know, it's great that people recognise me from the success of Wonderland. It's a very positive thing, you know.
Do you feel that the success of Wonderland now might actually help you with your solo career? The fact that
Definitely.
maybe some radio stations, when they get your single now, they will go, oh, we know that person, we might be able to give it a spin. It might be
110%, definitely. That has been like the biggest platform you could ever imagine. I got asked to do the Eurovision, you know, to go up against Jedward a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking about it, and then I was like, nah, I've had a big enough platform with Wonderland. I don't need any more, like, because when you do that, I wouldn't win, first of all, because Ed would have this insane army that just like would vote 1 million times just to make sure they do it. But not only that, like, I've had an incredible platform with Wonderland, and it's opened so many doors, and people have been amazing. Like, the song is doing really well on radio so far, so I just hope people will follow me and support me, because I'm Irish and I just want to go the whole way, you know.
Deadly. Yeah. Do you know many other singer-songwriters and stuff out there?
Yeah, Keith Cullen actually contacted me the other day on Facebook, and we're going to hook up next week and see if we can write a tune. We might do an L duet, and I'd love to get in contact with Ryan Sheridan. Anyone Irish I'd love to do a duet with, because I just love Irish music. But no, I don't know a huge amount, but I'm definitely opening my eyes to it, because I realise how hard it is actually to break. So I've been extraordinarily lucky. I've had a massive platform. It can either be really good for you or really bad. It depends on what way you look at it. Like, a lot of artists that have come from bands like Nadine Coyle and all that don't do necessarily well, but I have to say, because our music was different, it was like country influence, I think that's going to stand to me, because it was really good music. It was like not real pop. So I think that's a good thing, because now that I'm writing my own stuff, people will still take it seriously, because we co-write and stuff like that on the album.
Good stuff indeed.
I don't know where that point was going, but I was going around circles there for a minute.
You're okay. But yeah, I had Keith Cullen in on the station a few months ago, so he seems really good anyway.
Yeah, he seems really good.
Yeah,
so I'm just having a sip of me cup of
yeah,
chat.
do indeed. So you're hoping to maybe do some singer-songwriter nights when you have a bit more practice. Is that what you're hoping?
Yes, exactly. I've been just so busy. I haven't been able to dedicate as much time as I'd like, but I'm getting there. You know, I've got a big showcase now in like 2 weeks, so I'm going to have to spend hours on the guitar, because that's going to be extremely pressurising with labels and all that there. So, but you know, you got to do it. You got to kind of throw yourself into the deep end. I think people appreciate it. Like, so what? Nobody learns overnight. It takes time and dedication. And I picked an instrument up 3 months ago, and now I'm writing songs. It's like, I'm proud of that, you know. So it's an achievement in itself. So even if I am crap, so who cares?
And you're not too bad, don't worry. So obviously the plan is hoping to get signed, but if you don't get signed, you're going to try and work yourself. Obviously you're mentioning about the single, you're already going to put that out yourself anyway.
Yeah, I'm putting the single out myself in January, but I already have people who have said they'll definitely work with me, so it's just keeping my options open at the moment. I'm meeting so many different labels. I don't want to just tie myself down to one just yet. I want to have different options, so fingers crossed, I just got to keep going and keep practicing and keep believing in myself. So, and keep loving Team Shaz because they're incredible. They're all amazing. Love you all.
Have to get the big shout out as well.
Yes.
Indeed.
Definitely.
So you were saying you've recorded 10 songs. Who have you recorded the songs with and stuff?
Different people. The first single I've done with Scott Newman, and he actually worked on years ago. He was in London working with Girls Aloud and stuff like that. So, and now I'm working with Billy Farrell and Stuart Gray, and they'd work with everyone from Sharon Condon to the Coronas to the Cores, everyone. They've done everyone, so they're amazing, and it's incredible to be in studio with them. And I remember saying to Stuart, do you think I should play my song with the guitar? He goes, no, not yet, you're not ready. And I was like, you'll have to show me a couple of different strums, but that was a couple of weeks ago. So if Stuart's listening, I'm better now, I swear.
So have you had to get anybody else to play guitar and stuff then in the recording, did you?
Oh yeah, God, yeah. Could you imagine? I've gotten, like, Stuart's an amazing guitar player. He's a pro, so he's done it all for me on these songs, this song Open Your Heart and the ballad. The first single was done by a friend of Scott's. So yeah, it's just been mental. Everyone's been so amazing and just working so hard, and I just hope it all pays off.
Oh, good stuff indeed. So what's the plan? You're obviously hoping to maybe do a couple of singles and then release an album, is it? Yeah,
album will be due probably in the summertime, maybe Christmas. I'm not too sure, I haven't set a date. I'm going to just concentrate on the first single, which is out probably the 5th, I think the 5th of February. It's an EP, and it will have the first single, an acoustic version of the first single, and a surprise track on there as well for everybody, and maybe even the video, you never know.
You're working on a video, are you?
Oh, the video's done.
The video's done. The video's up.
It's all being edited now. Okay. No, it's not up yet, but right. It will be everywhere, please God. And I'm trying to get there's a couple of different stations that might do a launch on it as well, a couple of different TV programs. So yeah, I'm just working away, keeping her lit, Kate.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see you about all right.
Oh yeah, well hopefully I'll be everywhere and you'll be sick of looking at me eventually.
Indeed. Do you find now that you have a lot more control now over what you do, whereas at Wonderland you kind of didn't have control, that you were kind of told you have to do this, you can't do what your opinion. Now you have your chance to go out and give your own. I've always
got an opinion, Keith, that's the problem. I know. Yeah, no, obviously doing your own thing, you're completely in control of your own music, and it's everything that you want and dream. Obviously, if I'm lucky enough to get signed again and work with an amazing label, obviously it's important that we're a team and we all work together and what's best for both of us. So yeah, like, I'm just loving it now. I'm making all my own decisions, and everything I'm doing is just hopefully in a positive light and just staying true to myself. Tell us,
what hobbies do you like to do apart from playing music?
No, I can't be telling you them. They're private hobbies. I know. Hobbies: drink coffee, hang out with my friends, talk. Facebook actually has become a little bit too much of a hobby. Twitter. I love talking to Team Shaz, and I just love everyday kind of stuff. Oh, actually, and keeping fit with a fitness class that I'm in, Brian's fitness class in Newbridge and Skullmore. If anyone wants to go for a jump around, it's great. It'll give you a six-pack.
Fantastic. All right. What music do you like to listen to?
What music do I like to listen to? I love Coldplay, Florence and the Machine. Actually, Bon Iver. I love loads of different stuff. I was given a CD of actually new tracks that I must start listening to. What else do I listen to? That band called Wonderland. Do you know that band? No? Yes. And like loads of different stuff. I'm not fussy actually. I'd listen to it, and apart from extreme jazz.
Extreme jazz.
Extreme jazz.
Okay, indeed. Right. So how long you're going to be in England for the week? Is it doing this label thing?
Yeah, I'm going over on the 25th. I have a photo shoot with Michael Lickey. That's how you pronounce the surname. I'm crap with names, but yeah, Michael Lickey. And then on the 26th, I'm doing a gig in Hammersmith. By the looks of it, it will be with backing tracks and not with acoustic guitar. But that's for like labels, industry people and fans. There's fans coming from Denmark, as far as I'm aware, from Belfast, Scotland, Manchester. So there'll probably be about 5 fans, one from each country, and no, it hasn't. And yeah, so it'll be a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and that's on the 25th in London. If anyone wants to fly over from Ireland to see me. And then in the new year, or it is the new year,
It is
sorry.
the new year. In the next month, is
I'm
it?
caught in last year, okay? But in the next couple of months, I'll definitely be doing more gigs in Ireland, around Ireland and stuff like that. So you can come and catch me and watch me hit a few bum notes.
Yeah. And you'll play a few
I
singer.
think that's what I'll call the album,
All
bum
right.
notes.
And you'll play a few singer-songwriter nights in
Definitely,
the next,
definitely come along to your singer-songwriter nights and your meetings and all, and play a bit of guitar for them, and they can all laugh at me. It's great. Look forward to that, Keith.
Absolutely, indeed. We're going to finish up now. Just quickly, the links for people to check you out and stuff.
Yes, I am on Facebook at www.http Facebook Shaz Condon Official, and also I'm on Twitter at Shaz Condon Official.
Right, there's loads of information and stuff up on that, yeah.
Yes, you can get everything I'm doing. Keep up with me, my new video, everything.
Great, all right.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Sharon, very much for being with us on the show this week.
Thanks for having me on, Keith.
No problem indeed. It was a great
much.
pleasure to meet you, and I wish you all the best with the music over the next while.
Thank you very much.
No problem
The
indeed.
smiliest presenter ever.
Thanks, by the way. Should I turn the camera there very quickly?
Just
There.
to see his big smile.